So, good evening, everybody, and welcome to this Facebook live from Italy, and tonight the famous and incredible country as India. We are very happy to have a great guest tonight. I'm talking you live from Italy, and as you know, is one of the most affected country of coronavirus. We are all landlocked, but now we are facing a new phase of pandemic. We are getting out from the pandemic, and let me say thank you, a big thank you to the Indian population for donating 40,000 masks to Italians. So a great thank you to all of you. Tonight we will talk about coronavirus, but not from the negative viewpoint. We will talk about on coronavirus from a positive viewpoint, what young leaders can do all around the world, and why we are all connected, and all the solutions that we can find all together. So I don't want to waste your time. Let me thank and welcome to the super guest of tonight, Angkita Dutta, live from India. Angkita, welcome. How are you?
Good. Namaskar. I'm good. Thank you.
So I'm trying, of course, every time I go live from all around the world. Today is India, and of course I went to India, and I of course love this beautiful country. I'm trying every time to learn some new words. So let me try again to say welcome, hello to all your Indians. So namaskar, namaste.
Yes.
Did I pronounce it good?
Very well, very well. Namaskar.
Namaskar. Namaskar. So it's namaskar to all our Indian. Welcome to you, Namaskar, Angkita. Thank you for accepting this invitation to this Facebook live. First of all, how are you? How is the situation in India now?
Well, we are in lockdown for quite some time now, and there are certain states who are doing better than the rest. But yes, as a country, we are united. We are fighting together to, save humanity from this virus, this pandemic. And yeah.
So definitely, of course, is a global pandemic. Everybody are connected, of course, to, unfortunately, this situation. I know that you are very involved in India. Let me read a bit of your bio. So Angkita is an activist for gender's right and women's participation in the political process, and is a rising leader in the opposition Congress in India. So you are a young leader to India. You are inspirational for many people. What we can do about this? What we can talk about this in India? What happened?
So basically, I am associated with the Congress Party. I have been with the party for over years, and right now I am in the Indian Youth Congress. It is the frontal wing of the Indian National Congress, and we do a lot of activities, especially right now because of the pandemic. We have throughout the country, we are doing relief work, and we are providing masks. The organization head is Srinivas Ji. He's our president of IYC, and our headquarters have been converted into a bank, a food bank, and it's a complete kitchen where we are giving food to daily wage laborers, to migrant laborers and low-income group people every day outside our headquarters and all across New Delhi. And we have converted our headquarters into a mass making place where we are pledging to make about 1 crore face masks and distributed it to medical and emergency services. And throughout the country, in different states, we are running our kitchen. We are distributing essential supplies, food, medicines, medical help, and as well as masks. So yeah, that is what basically we are doing in the times of COVID through our organization and through our foundation.
Perfect. So, of course, a great effort to protect, first of all, the health of all people and avoiding that this coronavirus will spread. Let me remind me the importance of using masks, of course, and to wash the hands every time we can, of course, to avoid the spreading of this virus. I know you are leading a foundation. Can you talk about more about this? What is the main topic of this, the main target for this?
The Angkita Dutta Foundation, it is in the memory of my father. My father was a politician with the Indian National Congress, and he was heading the party in Assam, in the state of Assam. And so after his demise, we decided to continue the good work he has been doing throughout his life. So we started this foundation on his memory. And basically, my father really encouraged students' education. He always encouraged meritorious students. So what we plan to do is we plan to give scholarships to students who are from poor background and who cannot afford higher education. So all these students, I mean, to a certain extent, we try and help them and give them scholarships. We conduct debate competition, quiz competitions, especially in rural areas. So this picture that you're showing right now is an interaction with rural women. And this is a place called Amburi. So Amburi is my Amburi, yeah.
Amburi, so I'm always trying to learn Indian,
so
you know.
It's always nice to know new places. So Amburi is in Assam, and it's the area where I work. It is my home, and yeah, that's a picture of a field. You know, Indian women, we are basically a lot into agriculture, and men and women do it all the time. So this is one of the days in the field with the ladies, and yeah.
Wow. So actually, this is a rice plantation, or I don't want to get.
Yes, you're right.
Wow.
Yeah, it's a paddy plantation, rice.
Wow. So
we
it's
eat a lot of rice in Assam.
Of course, how we can forget the tasty and beautiful Indian food, of course. I know in Italy we also have good food, but the Indian food now, how amazing is it? How amazing is it? So
I love the Italian food. I love the pasta.
I love that. So we can make also a nice exchange of food from from India and Italy. So I know you also have a master in gender equality, and you are fighting, of course, for gender equality. As you see, I have also a cup from here from gender equality, because for us it's a very important issue too. And you are fighting for involving more women in the politics. How important is these issues for you?
First of all, I really appreciate the fact that you are extremely gender sensitive. It's very difficult to find men who are gender sensitive, so it's really refreshing, first of all.
Thank you. Thank you.
The thing is that I grew up in a family where we are 3 girls, you know, and like most societies in the world, it's a patriarchal society, and men are supposed to be the bearers of future generations and the family name, pride, and everything. So I come from a family where my father had 3 daughters, and he was a very popular man. And there was a lot of pressure on him to have a male child to carry forward his legacy. Wow. So, but he never, you know, made us feel that anytime. He thought it is equally important for men and women to be politically active, to be politically aware, because we run the country, you know, equally. So he always encouraged us to get higher education. He encouraged us to study politics, to get involved in social work, to be active on issues, have an opinion. And that's how I started getting interest in the political system. And and then I contested the internal organization election of Youth Congress, got involved, got elected. And then I also contested the assembly elections in Amburi in 2016. So I was the youngest women candidate during that year, but
Wow.
unfortunately, yeah. But I just missed making history by not winning it. I wish I had won, so it would have created history, at least in my
Yeah.
state. So that's how I began. And another thing I'd like to share with you is like,
Yes.
after I lost my father, it was sudden. It was like a sudden thing, that happened.
Yeah,
And
of course.
after that, I got a lot of support from the people who were working with the organization, and I decided that I will plunge into active politics even more and concentrate there. So I was there, and there was a lot of men and women who were encouraging me. We do a lot of protest awareness. Acha, this picture that you just showed, yeah,
Yes.
that picture is from a medical camp that we did. Also in Amguri, in the tea plantation areas. So we did a medical camp to help, and this is some of the protests that we do to create awareness. So all this made me
Wow.
feel that I am contributing back to my society. So that's how I
Wow.
joined politics. And because of social media today, I get a lot of encouragement from young girls
Definitely.
who tell me and share their stories. So that is how I got into politics.
Wow. So absolutely very important the engagement of women in politics because first of all
Hmm.
it's very important to integrate different viewpoints, working all together in a perspective of gender equality. As you know, Italy, I told it before, is one of the most affected country on coronavirus. So we are all landlocked. This means that, of course, men and women, a family must stay together. And from one viewpoint, of course,
Hmm.
could be a good thing. But from the
Hmm.
other side,
Hmm.
we are seeing an
Hmm.
increasing of domestic violence inside the house. So what you think about
Hmm.
this and what is your opinion?
Well, I would like to share some statistics with you. The total
Yes.
complaints for women violence in India rose from 116 in the
Wow.
first week of March, that is between March 2nd to 8th, to 257 in the final week of March. So by the March 23rd and April. So there have been a lot of complaints of rape or attempted rape that has risen in the in the past past days because of the lockdown, and these are the reported cases. So it's a societal taboo, and a lot of people do not report incidences of violence, incidences of physical or verbal abuse, because there is a lot of societal taboo associated with it. So in the past few days, I have heard and I have had spoken to people, women who have faced domestic violence, and it has increased. So I feel that, yeah, so the lockdown has been very difficult for some vulnerable women. It is very difficult. So
Yes.
um, there is like, there is this incident that I read on the papers, and I'd like
Yeah.
to tell you. So there is this game of Ludo. You know that it's
Okay.
an
Yeah.
app, and we play Ludo. It's an online game. So during the lockdown, there has been a case reported where a man breaks his wife's spine
Wow.
after she defeats him in Ludo game.
Wow. Wow.
It's just a game, and he got defeated. So actually what happened was the husband's ego was hurt, thinking that his wife outsmarted him and was way more intelligent, as she contributed to the family income. So usually the male are seen as the breadwinners, and women are just to do take care of the home. But
Yes.
things are changing, India is changing, and lifestyle is becoming more and more expensive. So a lot of men and women both contribute to the household. And so when the women is earning more, or when the women is earning equally with the men, then such
Yes.
incidences happen. And especially during the lockdown, imagine it's just a game of Ludo, but he got so frustrated that he started hitting his wife so much that it broke
Wow.
her spine. That's
Wow.
and she had to,
That's,
go to the hospital, file a.
wow, this is absolutely, of course, unacceptable, because many times we know that men are inside this model of be masculine and strong, and to demonstrate to other men that they are the same or more powerful, they hurt, they, of course, practice domestic violence to women. We have to change this model, try to work together, because the importance of the family, how important is the family also inside Indonesian tradition. We are a single unit together and working together for this. Let me remind to all the people that are watching us that, of course, they can make a live comment. This is an open discussion. And as you see, I show some comments receiving from Facebook. So very good speech, of course, and other this great. And of course, you are a very good example. Let me say, Angkita, to all these, to the women in general, of course, but also to the men, because you're transmitting a good model to everybody to follow and to be inspirational. Do you have a sentence, something that you want to say to young girls that are listening to you, that are seeing you like a model?
So I would rather say that in my native language, in Assamese. It will be easier for all of them to understand.
Oh, yes, please, of course.
So, yeah. And maybe I'll translate that to you. This is
yes, please. But I will learn too. I will learn, of course, a bit of Indian. This is the target of tonight.
Yeah. Yeah, and also after I've been done praising Assam and our society, you must plan to visit Assam.
Okay, of course, it's definitely a promise that I will make to you. I will come back to India. I went to India, to the north of India, but I want to visit, of course, all the city, and Assam will be the next city for sure.
Okay. নমস্কাৰ, যিসকল দৰ্শকে আমাৰ লাইভটো চাই আছে, মই পোনপ্ৰথমে সকলোকে ধন্যবাদ জনাব বিচাৰিছো। আজি এটা বহুত গুৰুত্বপূৰ্ণ বিষয় আমি আলোচনা কৰিছো, COVID-19 আৰু ডমেষ্টিক ভাইলেন্স। আপোনালোকে গম পাইছে কেনেধৰণে ডমেষ্টিক ভাইলেন্সৰ কেছেছ ইণ্ডিয়াও নহয়, গোটেই পৃথিৱীৰ, ইন স্পেইন, ইন ফ্ৰান্স, বিভিন্ন জেগাত বাঢ়ি গৈছে। আৰু সেইবাবে যদিও a lot of women feel that they are safe from the coronavirus, but that does not mean that they will be, subjected to domestic violence, আৰু সেইবাবে যদি আপোনালোকৰ লগত তেনেকুৱা ঘটনা হৈছে, আপোনালোকে হেল্পলাইনছ আছে, কাউন্সেলিং আছে, আপোনালোকে হেল্পলাইনছক কন্টেক্ট কৰক, কাউন্সেলিঙৰ হেল্প লওক। I know the confinement in the home and the lockdown has been very, very difficult, and it's just not about, it's with everybody. If somebody is subjected to domestic abuse or not subjected to domestic abuse, it is becoming very difficult. And another thing, I've been reading a lot of reports of suicide, and of depression, because people, mostly India, there are a lot of people who are daily wage earners, they're migrant laborers, and they are out of food, they are out of, they are unable to live a life of dignity. For a lot of people, it has been extremely difficult, and I feel I want to tell everyone, be safe, first of all, stay home and stay strong. Although মই জানো stay strong বুলি কোৱাটো বহুত সহজ হয়, কিন্তু থাকা বহুত অসুবিধা। কিন্তু আপোনালোকক এটাই কথা কম, ইমানো চিন্তা নকৰিব, ঘৰত থাকক, আৰু আপোনালোকে এই সময়টো গুচি যাব। আমি ভাবিছিলো জানো কেতিয়াবা এনেকুৱা এটা পেণ্ডেমিক হ'ব, আমি এনেকে ঘৰত সোমাই থাকিব লাগিব, ভাবাটো নাছিলো। সেইকাৰণে আমি যদি সুৰক্ষিত থাকো, আমি যদি চৰকাৰী নিয়মখিনি মানি চলো, তেতিয়া আমি আমাৰ সমাজখন বচাই ৰাখিব পাৰিম। আৰু সেইবাবে আপোনালোকে নিৰাশ নহব, আৰু নিৰাশ হলেও আপোনালোকে ঘৰৰ পৰিয়ালৰ মানুহৰ লগত কথা পাতিব, ফ্ৰেণ্ডছৰ লগত কথা পাতক, হেল্পলাইনছত কন্টেক্ট কৰক, আৰু কেতিয়াও নাভাবিব আপোনালোক আনপ্ৰডাক্টিভ হৈ আছে। আপোনালোক যদি ঘৰত আছে, it's not that you're unproductive, you're very productive when you're inside the four walls of your home, because you're saving lives.
Of course, I don't understand, I have to be honest, but I feel the energy, and the transmission of energy is universal, and I'm sure you led a good message to all of them. Can you make a little synthesis of what you said to us?
Yeah, so basically what I said was the pandemic has been difficult for a lot of people. If somebody is suffering from mental illness, it's difficult for them as well. And people who are absolutely, who are daily wage laborers or migrants who are finding it difficult to live a life of dignity because of the lack of money. So I've asked them to stay strong, and if they are upset or they are lost with their thoughts, they should speak to their friends, to their family, and there are a lot of helplines, so you can get in touch with the helplines and seek counseling, because you don't have to think that you are unproductive just because you're staying within the four walls of your home. You are extremely productive because you're saving a lot of lives. So stay strong, stay indoors, stay safe, and this is just going to pass.
Of course, there is a nice suggestion from Musfika. I'm sorry for the pronunciation. If it's possible, please share the helpline numbers for women. So, Angkita, what happened if a woman in India is in need of help, or there's some domestic violence? She can call a number. She can also tell to her friends.
Yes, obviously. So she's asked for helpline numbers. There are a few helpline numbers. I'll personally inbox Musfika, or I'll make a social media post of all the helpline numbers. And the government has also introduced certain counseling, sessions with psychologists, clinical psychologists. So I had posted it earlier as well. So I can post it again in my social media pages where they can seek help with counseling, or the helpline numbers where they can report the cases.
There is another.
I'd say like there's no shame associated with violence. I mean, it should always be reported, because that is only how we are going to save ourselves and rectify the faults in the society. So I feel it's very strong women comes out and complains. So we are with you, and there's nothing to be scared of.
There is another question that we go to close because we are finished our time, from Sonal Bashish. Sorry for the pronunciation. Could you please give us tips stay sane during this time? Of course, I'm not a doctor, but what we can say, first of all, using the mask. Why is important using the mask? Because you avoid to transmit the virus, if you have it, to another person, especially for the elderly people. And another thing very important, if it's possible, is to wash the hands, and this eliminate drastically, if possible, the transmission of the virus. This is for Italy, but of course I tell to you to India, because what are your tips for Indians?
It's just same as yours. Wash your hands a lot. Wear the mask if you're going out, but try not to go out. And what else? And yeah, I think that is it for now. And listen to the government instructions the government has been telling.
This is,
and don't sneeze, without wearing a mask. So basically, if you have some cough or a cold, just cover your face, because it might just spread to somebody else.
So
and stay happy. Listen to a lot of music. Eat good food. Keep your mood up and happy.
Of course, you have a wonderful movie too that we are all following in the platform. Let's close this Facebook live chat. First of all, remind you that we met thanks this program of United States of America, this IVLP, the International Business and Leadership Program. How was your reaction, your experience on this? So it's
okay. This was like a life-changing experience. I loved it. Like, I have traveled across the world to many countries, cities throughout my life. I love traveling. But this experience with the IVLP was so enriching. I'm sure it has been the same for you.
Yeah,
I have learned so much. I have been to American families, and my whole idea, like the Americans are going to be like this, the American society is like this. So there have been certain changes in my perception, and we always felt that the American women are much better than the Indian women, and you know, they're much stronger. But we are sisters in the same boat. We have the same struggles.
Of course, this is the beautiful of being together. We understand, unfortunately, with this coronavirus, something that happened in one part of the world can affect all around the world. But this would mean that today, from Italy and from New Delhi, tonight we are making this wonderful live chat, exchanging experience, finding together solution to defeat together this coronavirus. A last sentence that you want to sell to your people following you, and then we close.
Nothing last, but I'd like to thank everyone. ধন্যবাদ। আপোনালোক সুৰক্ষিত থাকক, ঘৰত থাকক, আৰু ভগৱানৰ ওপৰত বিশ্বাস ৰাখক। এই ধুমুহাটো আমাৰ জীৱনৰ পৰা অতি সোনকালে যাব।
So let me try to say thank you, of course. Jovad, shukriya to all of you.
Good, yeah.
You're a good teacher, because we tried for 2 hours today to say Jovad, shukriya, but let me say once again, thanks to you. Thank you for the work you are doing in India. This important working in India to inspire a new generation to make this work better and more in equality. So thank you so much. Thank you to all of you to following us. And the next window will be in Turkey. So see you tomorrow. Thank you again. Thank you again, Angkita, for being with us. And I wish you a good night from Italy. Thank you so much.
And grazie, if that is correct.
You're not Italian. No, we'll definitely do it. So, Jawad, shukriya.
Yeah.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you for following us.
Bye.
Thank you.